Key points. Jirga's demands for peace. A 45-member Jirga of Banu elders presented 16 demands in response to the government's military operation plans in KP, aimed at maintaining peace in the region. Limited implementation. Despite initial acceptance by the KP Apex Committee, only 3 demands had been implemented by August, causing frustration and a potential increase in security risks. Categories of demands. The demands focus on 4 areas: military operations, dealing with the Pakistani Taliban, police empowerment, and socio-economic development. Military and Taliban issues. The Jirga opposes large-scale military operations and criticizes the strategy of distinguishing between good and bad Taliban, urging a re-evaluation of such policies. Police empowerment. The Jirga calls for the police to lead counterterrorism efforts instead of the military, advocating for enhanced resources and authority for local law enforcement. Socioeconomic demands. The demands also include restoring internet and mobile services, fair distribution of local resources, and opening trade routes with Afghanistan to boost the local economy. Recommended actions. The article suggests a 4-pronged response, including honoring federal commitments to KP, involving locals in counterterrorism policies, enhancing police and judicial capacity, and establishing formal structures for local input in counterterrorism efforts. Summary. The Banu Jirga has outlined 16 demands to ensure peace in KP amidst plans for a military operation. These demands focus on curbing large-scale military actions, ending policies that distinguish between good and bad Taliban, empowering the police over the military, and addressing socio-economic grievances. The slow implementation of these demands has raised concerns about escalating security risks. The article recommends involving locals in decision-making, boosting police capabilities, and addressing economic issues to restore trust in the state and improve counterterrorism efforts in the region. Key points. Symbol of hope. Arshad Nadim's Olympic gold medal win is more than just a sports achievement. It serves as a symbol of hope and inspiration for a nation surrounded by chaos and despair. Unique achievement. Arshad's accomplishment is notable because he broke the Olympic javelin record twice and achieved victory in a globally competitive sport, despite coming from a disadvantaged background. Challenges overcome. Arshad's journey from a working-class background with limited resources to Olympic glory showcases human determination and the power of individual will. Positive influence. His success story is particularly inspirational for the youth of Pakistan, highlighting that hard work and perseverance can lead to greatness, despite difficult circumstances. Impact beyond sports. Arshad's humility, sportsmanship, and focus on self-improvement rather than rivalry set an example for personal and collective growth, transcending beyond sports. Religious values. Arshad's religiosity is portrayed as a positive force in his life, demonstrating that faith can coexist with hard work and lead to personal transformation without leading to fanaticism. National unity. His achievement has united the diverse political, social, and religious factions in Pakistan, illustrating the unifying power of sports and hinting at potential regional solidarity. Cautions for the future. The article cautions that external influences like financial incentives and political agendas could potentially compromise the purity of Arshad's achievements and the unity it has fostered. Summary. Arshad Nadim's Olympic gold medal in javelin represents much more than a sporting victory for Pakistan. It is a beacon of hope and a testament to the power of individual perseverance against the backdrop of national turmoil. His journey from a disadvantaged background to breaking records on the global stage is a powerful reminder of what determination and willpower can achieve. Arshad's humility, sportsmanship, and religious values have made him an exemplary figure for the youth, proving that personal greatness and societal contribution can go hand in hand. His success has momentarily united a divided nation and hints at the potential for regional solidarity. However, there are concerns that his newfound fame and the government's involvement could overshadow the purity of his achievements. Key points. Prevalence of dishonesty. Pakistani society is characterized by a widespread culture of dishonesty, where truth-telling is not valued and deceit is normalized across all levels, including among political leaders, judges, bureaucrats, businessmen, and ordinary citizens. Legal system example. The legal profession exemplifies this issue, with frequent breaches of contractual promises leading to an overloaded judicial system. Lawyers often prioritize smart work, which includes unnecessary delays, over the genuine interests of their clients. Impact on justice system. The failure to honor commitments has led to a trust deficit and an overwhelmed judiciary, with approximately 2.5 million cases pending and only 5,000 judges to address them. Cases often take 10 to 20 years to resolve, causing prolonged injustice. Need for structural reform. There is a call for a comprehensive overhaul of the societal and legal system to foster a culture of truth and commitment. A robust case management system, utilizing technology, could help reduce the backlog of cases and ensure timely justice. Broader societal implications. The article argues that beyond the legal profession, deceit is pervasive in many sectors. A systemic change that emphasizes the sanctity of promises and good faith in contracts could enhance trust, boost commercial activities, and reduce litigation. Long-term solutions. Reforming the societal culture of deceit requires a collective, long-term effort rather than individual changes. It involves both the government and citizens working together to honor commitments, which is essential for balancing their relationship and achieving true justice. Summary. The article discusses the pervasive culture of dishonesty in Pakistani society, highlighting how deceit and broken promises are normalized across all levels, from political leaders to ordinary citizens. This behavior has severely impacted the legal system, contributing to a massive backlog of cases and a slow judicial process. To address this issue, the article calls for a structural overhaul that promotes truthfulness and respects commitments. It suggests that a comprehensive reform, including a robust case management system and societal emphasis on the sanctity of promises, is essential for ensuring timely justice and boosting trust and commercial activities. The solution requires a long-term, collective effort to change societal norms and strengthen the relationship between the government and its citizens. Key points. Arbitrary and outdated policymaking. The article emphasizes that many policies in Pakistan, especially those related to technology and public management, are devoid of logic and often counterproductive, ranging from internet bans to energy mismanagement. Role of civil servants. Senior civil servants, despite their rigorous selection process and academic background, tend to focus more on pleasing those in power rather than initiating or critiquing policies based on public interest. Process of policy drafting. Policy drafts often reflect the desires of the political or military elite rather than objective analysis or public needs. This leads to a lack of innovation and perpetuation of outdated policies. Need for objective feedback. The author stresses the importance of civil servants providing fearless and honest feedback on policies to prevent oppressive and ineffective decisions that can harm both the state and society. Generational gap. There is a significance between the younger population of Pakistan and the aging policymakers. Bridging this gap through modern, inclusive policies and communication is essential for societal progress. Call for change. Civil servants should play a proactive role in shaping policies that reflect contemporary realities and public sentiments, rather than blindly following the dictates of their superiors. This change is crucial to avoid further governance failures and societal disconnect. Summary. The article criticizes the outdated and arbitrary nature of policymaking in Pakistan, particularly regarding technology. It highlights the role of senior civil servants, referred to as boomer uncles, who, despite their academic qualifications, often prioritize appeasing authority over meaningful policymaking. This results in policies that are disconnected from public needs and more aligned with the whims of those in power, whether political or military. The author argues that civil servants should be more courageous in providing objective feedback and acting as a bridge between the public and the ruling elite to prevent further disconnection and potential disaster. Key points. Creation of PARA, the Punjab Enforcement and Regulatory Authority, is proposed as a new uniformed armed force with broad powers, including arbitrary inspections, patrols, searches, and seizures. Concerns about overreach. There are fears that PARA represents an attempt by the bureaucracy to expand its influence and authority, potentially encroaching on the responsibilities of existing law enforcement agencies like the police and counterterrorism units. Potential for political suppression. The establishment of PARA is seen by some as a move to further suppress political dissent in Punjab through a specialized enforcement unit. Contradiction with international recommendations. The proposal goes against international creditors' advice to streamline the public sector, reduce unnecessary spending, and eliminate overlapping functions within government. Governance style of Chief Minister. Chief Minister Maryam Nawaz Sharif's decision to push forward with the legislation, despite opposition, suggests a preference for a bureaucratic governance style, similar to her father's approach, rather than relying on the elected legislature. Impact on elected representatives. There is concern that the bureaucracy-led PARA board will diminish the role and authority of the minority-elected representatives on it. Overlap with existing mechanisms. The creation of PARA would overlap with current enforcement bodies responsible for price control, land regulation, and anti-hoarding measures. The article suggests that instead of forming a new authority, the government should amend existing laws to address enforcement shortcomings. Need for transparency. If the government insists on establishing PARA, it should clearly define its powers, jurisdiction, and functions to avoid further ambiguity and concern. Summary. The article critiques the proposed establishment of the Punjab Enforcement and Regulatory Authority, PARA, a new armed force in Punjab with extensive powers to conduct arbitrary inspections, patrols, searches, seizures, and arrests. The creation of PARA is viewed as an overreach by the bureaucracy, potentially infringing on the powers of existing agencies, including the police and counterterrorism forces. There is also concern that PARA could be used to suppress political dissent. The initiative contradicts the advice of international creditors who recommend reducing the size of the public sector and eliminating redundant functions. Despite objections from both government and opposition members, Chief Minister Maryam Nawaz Sharif is proceeding with the legislation, reflecting a preference for bureaucratic governance over elected representatives. Key points. Invitation to Modi. Pakistan has invited Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the upcoming SCO meeting in Islamabad. This invitation is seen as an opportunity for both countries to show diplomatic civility despite strained relations. Skepticism about Modi's participation. There is a general expectation that Modi might decline the invitation. However, his potential participation would be significant, as it would provide a platform for the leaders to engage, even if only formally. Historical context. India and Pakistan downgraded their diplomatic relation in August 2019 and recalled their high commissioners. This marked the longest period in peacetime without top diplomats in each other's capitals, highlighting the strain in bilateral relations. Previous diplomatic gesture. In May last year, Pakistan made a diplomatic overture when former Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari attended the SCO's Council of Foreign Ministers in Goa. Although his reception in India was lukewarm, it signaled Pakistan's willingness to engage diplomatically. Potential for dialogue. Even though the SCO is a multilateral forum, Modi's attendance could provide an opportunity for India and Pakistan to initiate dialogue. This could be a step towards addressing broader issues that affect both nations, such as poverty, public health, and climate change. Common challenges. The article notes that despite their differences, India and Pakistan face common challenges such as economic disparities, public health issues, and climate change. These shared concerns could form a basis for future engagement and cooperation. Political dynamics in India. Modi's decision to engage with Pakistan could be influenced by changing political dynamics in India. Recent elections suggest that the strategy of demonizing Pakistan may not be as effective for Modi's constituencies as it once was, potentially encouraging a different diplomatic approach. Summary. The article examines Pakistan's recent diplomatic overture towards India by inviting Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi to attend the upcoming Shanghai Cooperation Organization (SCO) meeting in Islamabad. This move represents an attempt to foster civility between the two nations, despite the expectation that Modi may decline the invitation. Pakistan and India have not had high-level diplomatic ties since August 2019, marking a significant period without top diplomats in each other's capitals. The invitation to Modi follows Pakistan's earlier diplomatic gesture when former Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari attended the SCO's Council of Foreign Ministers meeting in Goa. While the SCO is primarily a multilateral platform, the meeting provides a potential opportunity for both sides to discuss broader issues such as poverty, inequality, public health, and climate change. The decision to engage now rests with Modi, who might consider this diplomatic gesture amidst changing political dynamics in India. Key points: government response to terrorist attack. In the wake of a recent terrorist attack by the Balochistan Liberation Army, BLA, Pakistan's leadership, including the Prime Minister and the Army Chief, held a meeting in Quetta to discuss a counterterrorism strategy for Balochistan. Reassurance to Balochistan. The Prime Minister's visit to Balochistan and his statement of commitment to bringing peace to the province aimed to reassure the people of Balochistan that the state will not abandon them. However, the article calls for actions beyond rhetoric. Complex security situation. The security situation in Balochistan is complex, with different areas managed by various law enforcement agencies, LEAs, and the establishment playing a significant role in security management. The provincial police alone should not be blamed for security lapses. Need for comprehensive evaluation. The article emphasizes the need for a thorough investigation involving all agencies and LEAs to understand the security lapse and prevent future incidents. A more holistic response is needed to address the root causes of unrest. Alienation of Baloch people. A significant issue highlighted is the alienation of Baloch youth from the state, which is exacerbated by a lack of socioeconomic development and perceived manipulation by separatist forces. The administration has contributed to this disaffection by failing to uplift the province over several decades. Socioeconomic development and rights. The article stresses the importance of addressing the sense of deprivation among the Baloch people by ensuring their constitutionally guaranteed rights, improving the province's health and education infrastructure, and prioritizing Baloch people for jobs and training in local and foreign projects. Political engagement. The need for genuine political engagement with the people of Balochistan is crucial. The democratic process should be allowed to evolve without external interference, helping to integrate the province more fully into the state's governance structure. Summary: the article focuses on the response of Pakistan's civilian and military leadership to a recent terrorist attack in Balochistan. Following the attack by the proscribed Balochistan Liberation Army, BLA, Prime Minister and the Army Chief attended an Apex Committee meeting in Quetta to formulate an effective counterterrorism strategy for the province. The article suggests that while changing the Inspector General IG of Police might be a reaction to the security lapse, a more comprehensive and honest evaluation of the ongoing situation in Balochistan is necessary. The root causes of unrest, such as the socioeconomic deprivation of the Baloch people and their alienation from the state, must be addressed through genuine political engagement and development efforts, rather than solely relying on militarized security measures.